Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Never get to start a podcast with an Jesus Christ, it's my own intro. Why do I think about that? Welcome to episode 41 of Some Random. With me today, the beautiful, the wonderful, the ruggedly handsome, and my twin brother, Jarvdawg. Jarv, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing great. Yeah, twins right here. Twinsies.
Oh, big twinsies. So I guess we'll start with that, because I just want to... before anyone's like, what the fuck are they talking about for the rest of the episode?
Kind of inside goofing a bit.
Yeah. So last year at Michigan Masters, I was watching Alex Rain get into top 8 for Guilty Gear. And someone turned around and started talking to me. Won't name names. Protect the innocent there. And turns around and started talking to me. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. And then he goes, Jarv, right? And I was like, no. And he goes, Sriracha Flash. And he was like, oh, you guys look identical. I fucking died. I was like, not me, man. I immediately, ran to Jarv at the Yace booth and was like...
I remember this. You came running up. You were like, I have the funny... No, I think you might have even texted or, tweeted at me. But, I have the funniest shit to tell you later.
Yeah, I think that's definitely... I think I sent you a tweet first and I was just like, you gotta hear this. And then we met up later and fucking, over a case of High Life, I think lost our shit for the next couple hours.
Oh, yeah. That was incredible. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, I had a great time. Michigan Masters is a treat. Are you going to be able to make it this year?
Oh, unfortunately, I cannot.
That's
I'm really upset, but I'm doing, real life stuff. I'm buying a house, so that seems like a worthwhile trade.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But, you know what? I say that where I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Buying a house is way more important. We couldn't close on this house that we're currently in now last year because I was at Combo Breaker.
Oh, my God.
But, so there's kind of a story to it, right? So the bank had really fucked us around for a long time, and we had to extend the due date 3 times because our account manager was just a nightmare. And finally, when they texted us and messaged us and let us know, hey, you guys can close on the house today at noon.
No.
I was
at give me a little bit of time. You have to bring money.
Yeah, Well, we had the money set aside and stuff like that. We had everything set. It was really just waiting on the bank. So we set the money aside and all that stuff, ready to go. Cool, money's in the account, ready to fly. And then we got the email or the text. I was in St. Charles at an IHOP 6 hours away from home. And I was just like, that is not happening today. Big fucking sorry.
Incredible.
Oh my God, yeah, it was awesome. It was a good time. He's coming through fine on my end, Dadman. Sorry, this is... Oh, I'm talking to Dadman in the chat. For anyone that doesn't know, this is a Twitch show. We're live on twitch.tv/SrirachaFlash.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, so if you want to join us in the future, for those listening on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, all that stuff in the future, join us. We usually do these between 7 and 8 o'clock at night. They usually go for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, however the guest is feeling. So yeah, come join us sometime. But, so if you hear us talking to the people in the chat, that's what that is. Damien says Jarv is far away. He's coming through fine on my end. Jarv, give us some words. I know I've been talking a lot.
Well, it's great to have a whole week dedicated to, Yates. That's probably the coolest thing that's ever happened. It's like a Milan Fashion Week or whatever, but for, us.
Oh, my God. I didn't think about it that way until now, so now I'm very honored. Thank you. When I was, brainstorming ideas for what I wanted to do for this year for the show, because I made a commitment to myself, 104 episodes by the end of the year. Easily doable, 2 episodes a week, no problem. And then I was like, well, what the fuck can I do? I was like, I really wanted to get Jay and Mia on to promote Michigan Masters, and I wanted to have you on at some point, and I wanted to have Morgan on, and I went, fuck it, what if I just do a Yace week, I rolled it all into one, I make it a big event spectacular, and we just do it that way. And then I think you were the first person I messaged, and then Morgan. And then when you were get a hold of Gordon, I got a hold of Gordon. And then I got a hold of Jay and Mia, and then Master Who. And then it just came together. And then
Yes.
people
Yes.
like, oh man, I was so excited. I was like, I can't believe this is real and it's happening. My favorite people on the planet are gonna be on the show, and then like other people like Velius, and a couple others where I'm like, oh my god, like there's so many Yace members I have to have on in the future. Like, so I think Yace Week Part 2 is gonna come later this year.
Oh shit! Like some like EX Alpha Plus kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, season 2 is coming.
Season 2 is coming
The
mad hard.
rebalance.
Oh yeah, the Yay Space reinvades is gonna be fucking incredible. I'm so excited.
Give me $8 for the frame data.
Oh. Oh shit! All right, well look, enough about me and my fucking nonsense. Jarv, why don't you tell the people who the hell are you?
What's up? I'm Rob Jarvis. I live in Tallahassee, Florida. I work in education, but I'm not a teacher. I've been playing fighting games with like the Tallahassee crew for I guess about 10 years or 11 years now. I got into like playing with a stick and everything around 2008, early 2009. We'll call me an 09er, I guess, with Street Fighter 4 and everything. But I bought one of those Dreamcast ASCII sticks, like a little 6-button deal off of Shoryuken to play Dreamcast games, like Garo, Mark of the Wolves, CDS2, all that kind of stuff with a friend of mine. But then once Street Fighter 4 came out, that was it. I had to be into that. So that was kind of where it all began for the competitive side. But I've been playing fighting games since I can really remember. Playing like MK, Murder Killer 1, 2, Ultimate Murder Killer 3, the N64 game. Always playing like the worst games with my friends, like sleepovers. We like go rent a game and it would be like Clay Fighter 63 and a third, and I'm like, yes, it's like supreme entertainment for like the surged up, Mountain Dude up, like middle schoolers that we were or whatever.
Oh,
it's just garbage games, but we just learned to go on GameFAQs and like print out all of the move lists and just like grind it all out, like kind of like do little mini tournaments.
oh man, that's fucking awesome. Those shit games though, like those like bad games, are some of the best times that you can have.
Oh yeah, I'm always like very deeply interested in seeing like Mystery Game and how much you can push like the bad part of Kusoge and Mystery Games to their limits. And of course, I like when they swing the fun way, like Don't Break the Ice and shit like that.
Yeah, oh, Don't Break the Ice is fucking solid. Oh my god. Yeah, like do you remember the Turok games on N64?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Specifically Turok Rage Wars.
Oh my god.
For those that don't know, Turok Rage Wars was like a battle arena shooter, which like Turok always had the multiplayer modes that was like an arena shooter. But Rage Wars was specifically only arena fight, like arena style shooter. No story mode, no nothing like that. And they had like 1,000 different guns and shit like that. And they had one gun that was like an injector. So you would shoot an enemy, and they had like 10 seconds to find you and kill you before they instant died because an alien like burst out of their chest. And that shit was the fucking best, man. But it was like games like that like weren't fully polished, like kind of jank. Oh man, those were the best ones to play like with a group of friends or like brothers and shit like that. Always. Oh. Well, shit. I guess you kind of answered my second question, which is like, what got you into fighting games?
Yeah, I'll still expand on that a little bit. We played a lot of like Soul Calibur 2. That was a big one. I remember like the turn where I was like, I want to play these games a lot more. I was on like Game Trading Zone or some like game trading site, and I tried to send a couple copies of Dance Dance Revolution to a Canadian who was going to send me one of those Soul Calibur 2 sticks that did the PlayStation 2 and the OG Xbox and the GameCube.
Oh, damn.
And I was going to flip my shit, but they lost it in the post, or I got scammed or something, so I never ended up getting it. But from that moment on, I was like, no, I really want one of these sticks, and I really want to play these games like for real.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Well, listen, I'm sad that shit fell through. But yeah. I'm happy that Soul Calibur 2 is one of the ones that got you like seriously into fighting games. Soul Calibur 2 is a fucking treasure, man.
Yeah, we of course didn't know it to the extent that like people knew it, but because we were just kids, literally in middle school or whatever. But we would go to the local family fun arena kind of thing, like some mini golf place, and one of them had Soul Calibur 2 on a nice cab with like the nice widespread buttons, like the spread layout. It was really comfortable to play on. Could do all my Voldo shenanigans. And then the other place had and it had DDR too. So that was very integral to like my growing up experience, playing a bunch of DDR and playing a bunch of Soul Calibur 2 and Tekken Tag Tournament.
Damn. Damn,
Yeah,
son.
we had some pretty decent arcades out in the suburbs. So we had Tekken Tag Tournament and Soul Calibur 2 and DDR, so I was playing up a storm.
Man, that's all right. So like, I'm slightly jealous of that because like I never had that shit as a kid.
Hmm.
So like, all my experience came from just like renting games and like praying to God that they were good fighting games.
Yeah, I definitely did a lot of that too. Trust me. That's how we got the Clay Fighter.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh my god.
But it was sort of just a fascination of just like, okay, the game is just providing you like the tools to like have fun and do things. It's not like, okay, I liked RPGs and I liked other types of games as a kid, like Pokemon and Banjo Kazooie, collective kind of stuff. Those had like a very linear kind of path, but to me, it kind of felt like the game felt very open because you just like got to jump around and do whatever you want. And I had other friends who were like, I see that as very linear and very boring because all you can do is fight. There's like nothing else. But they didn't understand like the depth and complexity that I surely didn't understand at the time, but I knew it was in there somewhere.
Right. Yeah. If I dig hard enough, eventually something will crack from this fucking rock. I will get water from this stone. I swear.
Yeah,
to God.
I would like tell my friend about something in Mortal Kombat, and then he'd be like, "Well, I heard you can like run and then like keep kind of like running and punching," and I'm like, "There's no way you can do that." And meanwhile, that's like how you play that game. He played Striker a lot and would shoot me, and I'm like, looking back, like I think that's the character that's like one of the better ones. Who's just gonna pop you up and just keep dash like jab dash jab kind of stuff.
The core function of the game. Nah, that's got to be a fucking cheat, man.
No, yeah, your uncle at Nintendo told you that one, man. Get out. Turn off the game genie, bro.
Oh man. Oh, god damn. All right, so goddamn that. All right, so that's pretty extensive like fighting game knowledge, especially like the murder killer simulators to get you started. But there's no way those were your first games. So take us back a little bit. Like, what was your first video game? What got you started playing video games in the first place?
Okay, so there's this great picture of my father and I playing Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I'm maybe like 1.5 years old. My controller is not plugged in, and his is. He's playing, and I'm holding it like I'm trying to play, but I am not at a cognitive functional ability to play at that stage. So my sister, who's like 6 years older than me at the time, also in truth in perpetuity, she was passing the controller with my dad, just playing one player, and just letting me hold a second controller, so I would like thought I was playing. So Super Mario Brothers and anything that my parents had on the NES, Yoshi's Cookie and Tetris 2. I played a lot of puzzle games with my parents, with my mom and with my dad, and with my sister a bit too. NES stuff like Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, the Duck Hunt. My friend had World Class Track and Field. We tried to play that a lot. That was I don't even know. You just kind of like mash in place with your feet and jump, and I don't know. It was not very fun.
Dog, I have that pad in my garage right now. Like,
yo, bust it out.
I'm not shitting you.
What do you do with the other side of it? What is the like the little like dance game looking thing?
Yeah, it looks like Chinese checkers on the
Yeah.
back side.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Never figured out what the fuck that side does. Like,
Watch it just do nothing at all. Like we had an old canvas and we just kind of put it on there.
Yeah,
like, hey, we gotta send it out.
As far as I know, it's a fucking misprint. Like, they misprinted every single one of them. Like, no way that fucking thing did anything.
It's supposed to just be blank.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so my grandparents would get so mad when we play that game because you're just fucking stomping your feet and like pictures and shit are falling off of shelves. And,
oh my god.
They get so mad, and then like eventually, the pins on our NES got so loose that if the NES jiggled at all, and I've told this story about my Super Nintendo at all, the game would just reset and fuck up. So the NES and the Super NES, because those pins were so shitty, we would have to set on like a throw pillow on the floor. So when we were stomping around, like the vibrations didn't jiggle the fucking the cartridge loose. God. Oh man, those were the times. World Class Track and Field, man. Make that a mystery game somehow. Like I want to see some nerds sweat. Goddammit. Like that's
heck yeah.
Oh my god.
You must.
If Frosty Faustings this weekend all of a sudden is like World Class Track and Field at mystery tournament for top 8, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Oh my! I'm gonna scream in real life.
Oh my god! I swear to God, I hope so. Frosty Faustings is fucking dope. I can't wait. I can't wait to see everything this weekend.
Oh yeah, man, I'm super jealous of that. Y'all have a good time for me.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, shout outs to Gord, who I know is going, like a
Oh
bunch
hell
of
yeah.
our other friends, shit like that. Good luck and fucking best of luck to y'all. Y'all are the best. Um, but yeah, man, like playing video games with their parents and shit is really cool. For a lot of us, I think it happens more frequently than I thought. You know, because every story you hear as a kid, like I play video games, my parents hated video games, like that's a weird stigma. But so many people that I've had on this show are like, my dad got me into video games, or like in my case,
They had to buy it.
yeah,
Straight
exactly.
up,
They had to buy it. Yeah. In my case, my grandma got me into video games and shit like that, and like I've heard a lot of those stories where like grandma wanted to play video games, so like shout out to Saint Cola, like his grandma is like one of the coolest grandmas ever, and like she bought him like all his first video games and shit like that. So no, that's dope as fuck, man. That your parents are the ones that like got you into it, or like they were interested in buying it in the first place, and then continuing to play. Does your dad still play? Is the question.
No, he sort of like shames me a little bit for still playing. It's sort of a weird dichotomy as we both aged with it. Because I mean, I guess like it was. He would probably say I was addicted to video games as a kid. But, I played a bunch of games as a kid because that's just the kind of nerd that I was.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh well.
Well, I was about ready to give your dad props, but now I'm retracting my Jarvdawg props.
He's all right. I'm sure if I showed him something cool, he would be like, "Wow, that's cool," but he wouldn't want to actually play it.
Well, all right. Well,
he would want to just watch it.
I'm not gonna withhold my Jarvdawg props, but I'm just gonna keep them a little bit. I'm gonna keep them close to the vest.
I don't blame you for that.
He might earn props in the future, but right now, I fucking...
yeah, he's got to re-earn those.
Yeah, exactly. You got to re-earn those props, Jarvdawg. Just throw that out there, goddammit. Well, look, I know we're both missing Frosty Faustings this weekend. Sad for both of us. But I know you've been traveling. You came to Michigan Masters last year. You've been to CEO and CEO Taku in Florida.
Those are pretty easy being a Florida boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say like those are pretty native to you, but. Is there an event that you're like, I haven't got to go yet? I gotta tackle this one before I end my FGC career.
I wonder how many people on your show come here and say Combo Breaker, but I don't know how many, if like you interview a lot of Midwestern people, but it's got to be Combo Breaker for me. It's so far away, and it's on like one of the most expensive weekends to fly. It really fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's. I drove last year, which is like from like I said, like from Chicago to my house is like 6.5 hours.
It's not bad.
I think I would much rather pay. Like, I think it's like $240 round trip flight for me to fly there.
I would fly.
Yeah, I'm flying 100% this year. Like, honestly, I think I've had like a good probably 80% of people say Combo Breaker that are like I have to go. But I think one of the old questions I used to have was like, what's your favorite FGC event? And that one like unanimously is like Combo Breaker. Like, everyone that comes on the show is like, Combo Breaker's the best
became like a Combo Breaker show.
Yeah, I think it was for a while that we had like 12 or 14 shows in a row where people are just like, Combo Breaker. Like, why even ask that question? It's the best one. And I was like, God damn it. Like, yeah, I know it is. But,
well,
yeah, man.
It is the event that I'd most like to attend. It seems like stupid cool all the time. Every time that Jace has gone and I haven't gone, the old line chat we used to have, and like the Yates back room in the Discord was just blowing up with just funny photos and like, where are you? I'm trying to play games. People like way too litty, like trying to type. Very, very funny. And also a little bit of FOMO, like, a little bit of like, I wish I was there to enjoy, but also it's just sort of an endeavor to get there. The kind of bad thing about Tallahassee, despite being the capital city of Florida, the airport sucks. In order to like really fly anywhere, I probably have to go to Orlando or Jacksonville, which is like a 4 and like 3 hour drive respectively.
Oh my god, just to fly?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just to fly for like any good price. Out of Tallahassee, you don't really go anywhere for less than $400.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's like stuck in like the fucking like mid 2000s or something. I don't know. It's like it just got an international airport status like a little bit ago, and I think that's because it goes to like I don't know, probably somewhere in the Bahamas.
Oh my god. All right, so for comparison's sake, and this might just be like a Michigan like price comparison thing, but whatever. So Traverse City is like an hour and 45 minutes northwest of me. They are a small, like not a small town, but like in the grand scheme of things, they're like a third of the size of Detroit. Like, they're maybe even smaller. Like, a fucking fifth of the size of Detroit. Their airport is what we can fly out of, and like I can go from there to Vegas for like $150.
Oh, yo, nice.
Like, fucking Tallahassee's fucking y'all around.
My work sent me to Vegas for something, and to fly out of Tallahassee, God, I think it was a solid 465 or like 475 or something.
What in the hell?
For these round? Yeah, it was. I really think that the airport exists to fly state legislators and state senators and people who want to come visit the governor, and so they just jack up the prices for everyone because why not? I don't know. I'm like spilling like local political tea on some random.
Fuck it. I don't look. That's why it's some random. I don't give a shit. Spill all you want. Oh man, yeah. Like, man. First of all, I just want to say, I know you live down there, but as an aside, fuck Tallahassee and Florida State. Just throwing that out there.
Hey, I'm a double major from there, and I used to work there, and you know what? Sure, why not?
Fuck them.
They can't play football worth a shit.
Well, not now, thank God.
Especially not now. Yo, I wish that I could get paid $20 million to quit my job.
Oh my God, are you? Yeah, for real.
Yeah, they paid Taggart $20 million. I was just like, fire me today.
Yeah, for real. Like, sorry, Willie, we have to let you go. All right, y'all cutting that check though, right? Like, no fucking problem. Sorry. And then like, so for people like me who are like heavy football fans, who are like, fucking Willie Taggart, what an idiot! Like, I got cut. He's so bad at his job. Yeah, but he's got 20 mil. Like, even if the state of Tennessee takes, like, 50% of that, like, he's still walking away from 10 mil for getting fired. Like, god damn.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Hello, Jarv.
Hey, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh my gosh, what happened? Did we miscommunicate somewhere? Oh, alright.
No, I'm good.
Oh, I'm
in here.
Oh, okay. Did I cut out? I must have cut out.
Maybe for a second. You're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, just fucking bragging on Willie Taggart there. I would just love to get fired for fucking $20 million. I saw a thing that was like university coaches or like college football coaches are the highest paid state employees in the per state.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
And I'm just like, man, fucking pay them kids. Pay
them kids for sure. Also, pay like the rest of our state government. We have a lot of people who work in state government for like not a whole lot of money.
Yeah, like I love seeing that state employees get paid like $25,000 to run shit within the State Department. Why? Why are our treasurers getting paid $30,000? I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Why is someone in charge of money for the state like you get a teacher's salary? Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, God. Anyway, alright. I won't invoke any more political talk, mostly because it's out of my wheelhouse and I'll sound like a fucking moron. But also because we have more interesting things to talk about. Namely, how Jarv, I almost said Jace. Jesus Christ. Jarv, how did Jace get started? I'm very curious about this.
Okay, so the way Ace got started was David, Vince, Jay, and I all started playing PlayStation Network lobbies for Third Strike Online Edition and Vampire Saber, like DSR. Before that, we all kind of like sort of knew of each other. Like I met David and Vince through a guitar forum of all places. Like literally 15 years ago, if not longer, like 16, 17 years ago. I've known these dudes for a long time. And we all kind of knew that we all played fighting games, but never really like talked about it. And then I guess Vince met Jay through school. I don't really know. I don't care because now I know Jay. So like that's his story to tell. And they started playing more fighting games. So I started playing GGPO with Vince. We played a lot of Third Strike. We played a lot of like Blaze Blue, Calamity Trigger when that came out. Yikes! We had some fun with that. But we just like grinded a bunch of games and like voice chat and just playing stuff. And so once that kind of continued, once we had like the four of us, I don't know. David kept saying yes instead of yes for a lot of stuff, just as like a yes,
yes,
yes. And so I'm just one day like trying to turn it into an acronym. And I said y'all ain't shit anyway, and I put the E anyway because I needed to just like shoehorn it in, and it sounded kind of funny when I wrote it that way. And he just laughed. We all just kind of laughed about it, and like I can't really tell you when like things concretely came together, to be honest. Like, I think I overheard you ask Gordon like, how long has Gordon been in Yace, and I'm just like, how long have I been in Yace?
Like, yeah. All right. So as far as I understand, Yace been around for like 8 years.
Yeah, in some capacity, we've been playing online and like trying to like level each other up for like 7 or 8 years. We've all known each other for at some branches of like Proto Yace, like going on like 15 years, and it's really just like a collective of cool people who, at least at one point, liked fighting games. Some people don't really play anymore. That's fine. Some people got like real life stuff going on, but we still kind of like keep in touch with the general fighting game community. And yeah, we're just trying to have a good time and promote a good time that's like actually like safe for everyone and like inclusive for everyone.
Yeah, that's first of all, I love the idea of proto Yace. Like, I don't know why proto Yace is so fucking funny to me. Like Yace when it's like steampunk style. Jay with like a top hat that has a clock on it for some reason. Like proto Yace is probably my favorite thing. But yeah,
we have casuals on the airship.
Playing on old wooden fight sticks. I said this to Morgan the other day, but Yace really is like what the mythical ideal of the FGC like pretends to be. Like all inclusive, like super supporting, super friendly, but also heavy on like shit talk that doesn't like turn into offensive. And like super encouraging and like rowdy. Like, if anyone's ever been at an event that has, like, Jay and you guys at it, like, like, when the screams are coming from the crowd, like, where they're coming from, like, what's happening. But it's always, like, super supportive, like, good-natured shit. And then, like, on top of that, providing areas for people to be who they are, like, and be comfortable with themselves is really, like, what the FGC pretends it is, like. And, the FGC, for all intents and purposes, is a great thing. But Yace is really, like, you guys do a fucking fantastic job, man. A shout out to all of you.
I overheard you say that, or I guess I directly listened because I did download the podcast.
Right.
To Morgan. And, it really touched me. I really appreciate you saying that. I'll have to admit that it's not something that we set out to do. It's something that, like, over time, we kind of just all came to a conclusion of just, like, yeah, some people kind of suck and make me like not want to go play these games.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you? And we're all just kind of like, yeah. And so we kind of like, we're like, all right, Yace can be like our own little like tight-knit group where we just play games with each other. And then the thinking got a little bigger and wider and a little more outward. It's like, well, why don't we just try to be more promoting of what we already want just for everyone? Because other people want it too, but either they don't speak up, or they are not in the position to speak up, or they have already that ship has sailed because they're already fucking gone.
Right.
Whatever it is, I'd hate to see people turn away from games that they love or games that they think that they might enjoy, just because somebody wants to like wave their dick about a domestic abuser or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, even if you guys didn't set out to make Yace like an inclusive group in the first place, I think that somewhat makes it better. Because it like organically started as you guys just being like, we just want to fucking play games together. I just want to play games, bro. but actually, and then yeah, I think doing it that way definitely made the process better overall for everyone. So that way, there's no like, no, this is our goal, like this is what we're striving for, and it becomes this weird thing of like, it just seems like a charity group, but in reality, you guys are just like, nah, this is just who we are. And so it doesn't seem like you're out.
We
like,
gotta do more charity stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It just doesn't seem like you guys are like trying to put out an image. It's just who you are, which is I think is what a lot of people, including myself, appreciate about you guys.
I appreciate hearing that. So thank you. That's very uplifting.
Well, I've already built Yace up, so now it's time for me to tear it down.
Please.
I gotta fucking put an axe down the middle of Yace right now.
All right, do it.
Jarv, who's the best dressed member of Yace?
Oh my god, so you've asked this to everyone else, and I find this question really funny, because there's two answers here. There's an answer I want to give, and the answer I want to give is me, because a lot of others have, and in some ways I want it to be me. But I gotta admit, I lost a bunch of weight over the last 7, 8 months, and a lot of my clothes don't fit anymore, so I gave a bunch of it away, and now my wardrobe kind of sucks. So I'm not the best dressed. I'm wearing like either like big baggy like button up dress shirts that literally look like a box on me, or just like some shirts that I got from Goodwill that like weren't in like bad shape, but I'm just like, this isn't my favorite.
Right. Oh,
so my real answer is Rhett. My real answer is Master Who. Congratulations, Rhett. You win. I think he's the best dressed. He's got great swag, but he can also dress it up whenever he needs to impress. I think it's also the fact that all these fits are attached or are on really energetic and lively and great person. So props to you, Rhett. I think you're my best dressed.
Wow, Jar, very humble. Look, fucking applause for Jar for not nominating himself on like these egocentric me first personalities, Gordon and Morgan. Oh my gosh. Well, look, I'm gonna be very happy when I have Rhett on tomorrow, and I'm like, who's the best dressed? And if he's like Jarv, I'm gonna be like, you fucking sweetheart.
Yo, it's the gift of the Magi or something like that.
I'm be so happy. I was really hoping that you were gonna stick with like it's me, like even though clothes are baggy, like lost weight, like it's still fucking me. And I'd be like, I swear to God, I'm gonna have a Yates Fashion Week at Michigan Masters and make you all come in your best outfits. I'm gonna judge it. Which I might do anyways. I don't give a shit. I'll be fine. I might have to Skype you in at Michigan Masters and just be like, all right, Jarv, let's see what are you wearing today? Who are you wearing?
Yo, you can. I'll have to like plan out my fits for that weekend. I'll just have to like post them to Twitter and just tag you. Scheduled tweets.
Oh my God, I'll be so happy. Yeah, you're gonna have to. I'll remind you. Don't worry. I'm not gonna let this one go.
I'm sure you won't.
Even if I don't do it, I'm just like, look, I got Jarv to dress nice for the weekend. Like, who gives a shit? Oh man! All right, so that's another thing. You've been on an awesome weight loss journey lately. The buff Jarv is a fucking thing. Fit Jarv.
Thank you.
The fucking Fit Jarv TM. I trademarked it. You can't have it. If you want it, you gotta pay me.
I see it. I see it in the questions list, and I even commented on it to my wife. I was like, Heather, look, it's trademarked.
But no, man. I've seen the progress pictures you've posted. You look incredible. How much weight have you lost, and how's the journey been?
Okay, so I got home from a trip to Atlanta in August 2017, and I tipped the scales at like 310, and I was like, oh, you're my favorite Venom player, but you cannot be my weight. Like, you absolutely cannot be my weight. And from there, I kind of tried a couple things, and like none of it really worked great. I kind of like dieted myself down to 260, and then kind of was like very happy with myself, and then ended up gaining like 20-30 more pounds because I kind of let things slide. And I don't really know what like epiphany moment I had that was like, I'm gonna go to the gym and start being that guy. Actually no, I really do. So the beginning of like January 2019, I'm trying to do the resolution thing. I go to the gym a couple times, it doesn't really stick. I gained like 10 pounds. I go to Michigan Masters, I have a lot of fun. I look at pictures of myself, I don't love the way I look. So I decided to go to the gym for real this time. And I listened to a podcast from NPR that was trying to give people tips on how to like get to and stay at the gym. And one of the tips was picks like I think it's called like positive activity pairing, or I don't know, something like that. Pick something that you want to watch. You can only watch it on the elliptical at the gym. So I wanted to watch like YouTube videos of like a card game that I was playing, Star Wars Destiny. I wanted to watch Star Wars Destiny matches. So I was only going to watch it on the elliptical, and I really wanted to watch them. So I made sure that I'd get to the gym to run at the elliptical, for 45 minutes, 4 times a week, so I could catch up on my stuff. So if there's something you're trying to like binge watch or something, only binge at the gym or whatever. But you don't have to do it forever, because eventually I learned to like it. And I was like, I really want to get into trying to do some resistance training. I want to lose more weight faster. I feel like it's probably better to do some resistance training instead of like strictly dieting yourself to the weight level that you want, because resistance training is good for your heart, it's good for your muscles, it's all that kind of stuff. I wanted to focus more on the overall picture of health and not just my weight. I was like, what am I eating? What is this garbage that I'm putting in my mouth? I started using this app called Chronometer. It is an app sort of like a MyFitnessPal where you can track your calories, but it also tracks micronutrients, like how much B12 you're getting, and omega-3s and omega-6s and all sorts of different protein breakdowns. I recently went vegetarian, somewhere between vegetarian and vegan, and so I wanted to track the food that I'm eating and think of it more as like fuel for going to the gym and stuff like that. And through this kind of, not really a diet, but just like a actual shift of my patterns of thinking about food and my relationship to it. Obviously, still getting over a lot of relationship with food issues, but doing that has led to it's like a lifestyle shift. It's not like, oh, I'm doing a crash diet for a couple weeks to lose a couple pounds. It's like I'm changing the way that I'm doing life.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Holy shit! Like that's a big shift to make too. And I know a lot of people struggle with it, or at least staying consistent with it. So like, and I know we all like it. I think a big thing with dieting is a lot of people don't realize like it's okay to like falter. Like you're not gonna reset yourself back however much weight you lost because like you had a fucking piece of cheesecake at a party or something. I don't know who's serving cheesecake at parties besides like old people, but like if you have one, like that's on you. Like it's fine. But no, congratulations.
Maybe a local high schooler sold them like a cheesecake sampler pack or whatever for a fundraiser.
Those fucking things, man. Holy shit. Like that's why I'm so fat. Because I'm just like, what? Chocolate? $8? Yeah, that's fine.
And it comes with the caramel swirl.
Oh my god. Oh, fuck. I'm done. But no, yeah, congratulations, man. That really is like a hard lifestyle change. Not hard, I should say, but like it's a tough one. Tough is a little bit easier than hard, I'll say.
I could say that too.
But
tough is not insurmountable.
Yeah, it's just like something that you have to do. But yeah, like you've looked great.
Thank you.
The positive reinforcement angle about like watching stuff at the gym is something that I've heard a little bit. I have a friend of a friend who only listens to certain podcasts when he goes to the gym. Like that's how he treats himself. Is like I'll be behind like 3 or 4 episodes because they put out like a couple episodes a day, but I only go to the gym 3 times a week. But when I go, that's when I can listen to these podcasts. So like that's when he does that, and that's how he catches up. And I think that is a really good way of doing it. Like
it gets you in there. It gets you doing something that you like in a spot that you thought that you weren't going to like, and eventually you will like positively associate the two. And eventually you can kind of wean yourself off the one. I mean, eventually I stopped going to do cardio. I started to do resistance training, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it instead. So I kind of left the old cardio and YouTube in the dust. But, I could see other people being like, okay, well, this is just what I'm going to do, period, because I hate cardio.
Yeah, look, I'm one of those people. When I used to go to the gym consistently, I would fucking hate the treadmill. Like, I just hated it so much. And I wasn't like doing much, but I would do a mile and a half every time, like as a warm up to get started for everything else. And man, I fucking hated the treadmill. Like I would much rather do the elliptical. And I don't know what that says about me as a person, but like
probably not much. I think it's natural to not want to walk on those things.
It like hurt my knees. I'm like so old.
Yeah, man. They even say that like running on like asphalt's bad for you. You should like run on the grass and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't really do a whole lot of cardio much these days. I do. I go to a local strongman gym now, so I've been doing like a lot of like strongman style training. I got to lift the Atlas stone.
What?
I got to, yeah, man, a 135-pound Atlas stone. It was so cool. It was probably the coolest thing I've ever done. Maybe not that, but it was pretty damn cool.
Okay, all right. So I've only ever seen that on TV. Like I've never got to see it in person. What is it like to lift that thing? Like how the fuck do you even start?
Okay, so you have to kind of straddle it like you're going to lay it as an egg, with your feet like kind of on the lateral of it. Because you really need to put it over your midline of your body, sort of like you're going to deadlift it. And so you put your fingers under it as much as you can to get whatever you can. Crush your fingers a little bit. And you lift it up about to your knees. So that way you can drop down and kind of sit it on your lap. And so now you're sitting in like you're sitting in a chair, but there's no chair. And you're a little bit lower now, probably. And you've got this big stone on your lap and your chest. And now your hands have moved to the top of it. And so now what you need to do is you need to stand up and like triple extend through your ankles and knees and hips to try to like push the stone over the railing. It's like 52 inches. I was doing it probably a little too high. I think it was like 6 inches over. It looked like I was dunking it, like double overhand dunking into the rim. But the first time I did it, oh my god, I thought I was seeing stars. It was incredible.
Really? Oh wow. So
yeah,
all right,
it was
so
super fun.
are you trying to like when the motion comes up? Are you trying to like explode up like when you extend? Okay.
Yeah, because you kind of have to like almost roll it up you're holding it with your chest and your arms over it, and your knees are kind of just supporting it, and they let you spring up to get up over the bar, and then you just kind of walk forward and push.
Damn. Okay. Well, all right. So that leads me to my next question then. How soon are we gonna see Jarv in like the Mr. Universe competitions or like the Ultimate Powerlifting competitions?
Okay, so probably never. Here's one thing. The other day, about a week ago, I was Viper pressing a log, like this big like metal strongman log. And a Viper press is you've kind of got this giant metal log in the same position as the stone when it's on your lap, but instead you're going to stand up and overhead press this thing. So I did that, and I caught a little too much backward momentum, and I slipped a little bit, and I dropped it, and I dropped this thing on my toe.
Oh.
Yeah. So I fractured my big toe, and it's partially detached the nail, and they had to take off the nail. TMI.
Ooh, no, listen, that's the perfect amount of information for this show.
So I'm in like a bandage and a walking boot for a little bit. I'm gonna go back to the gym on Sunday to like bench press and stuff like that. But my podiatrist is like, yeah, you can bench press, you can curl, but don't squat. But give it a couple weeks, maybe like 3 weeks, or at this point probably like 2 or 3 weeks. I should be good to go again. But you probably won't see me in like powerlifting and stuff. I don't know much about powerlifting. It's like its own federation and it's got its own rules and stuff like that. I sort of like the strongman aspect because it's a lot of implements that you can't really just like go to any gym and do. Like, anyone can overhead press a barbell, but do you have one of these giant metal log things? And the way that they are handled and how giant the handles are, or like doing these Viking presses where you have like 2 weighted arms attached to like a central point, and you're trying to overhead press like 220 pounds in each arm, or like these big kegs and barrels and stuff like that. I think that stuff looks really fucking cool.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's some of the coolest shit ever. Like especially like the keg throwing ones. Oh my god.
I've yet to throw a keg, but someday.
All right. So quick question from the chat. Body Novel wants to know, how tall are you? I'm assuming this means because like the impact for like the lifting the stone.
What's that? You cut out for a second.
Oh, sorry. Body Novel wants to know, how tall are you?
Oh, I am 6 foot.
Oh, you're 6 foot? All right. I thought we were like the same height. All right, yeah. So we're good. Listen, we might be fucking twins. Honestly, like same height. Like yeah, fucking twins, baby.
I remember what you told me. I'm pretty sure you came up and you were like, "Look, man, I love you. You are not my brother. You are a brother from another mother, man. Not my actual brother."
Oh shit. Oh fuck. If I see him this year, I'm gonna like carry a picture of you with me, and I'll be like, "Have you seen this man? Do we all look the same to
protect
you?"
the innocent, though.
Yeah. Names protect the innocent. Yeah. I don't think I gave out his name. But be like, do we all look the same to you? Is that what's happening? Oh my god in heaven. But yeah, no. It sucks that what happened to your toe. Fucking hopefully it heals soon.
It's all good.
Hopefully it heals up before you gotta move, because moving on that fucking boot is gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I think I should be good to get out of it by. So we close on the house at the end of this month. I don't have to leave my lease at my apartment until the end of March, so I got a little bit of room to play with. Oh,
absolutely. All right, you got plenty of time. I don't know what I'm telling you to like heal up for. You'll be all right.
We're going to do some projects. I want to replace the master vanity. I want to do some painting, and not having to live through that would be cool.
Yeah, that's always makes it worse. We moved into this house, and there's not a lot like wrong with it. And in fact, we actually got a pretty good deal on it. But we moved in from the previous house immediately. Then after we moved in, we were like, oh, there's stuff that we want to do. So trying to do it while living here is the fucking worst. That is awful. Little advice for anyone that's like moving into a new house that you just bought: do all your renovations before you move in, if you have time. Like, little heads up.
The other thing that I'm trying to do in that regard is, like, go through your stuff before you actually move. Like, there's stuff that I'm going through that I packed from the last time I moved in 2013. It's like old electronics. If I didn't unpack it in 2013 when I moved here, and it's old electronics, do I need it in 2020? No.
Yeah, that, like, my wife got on me for that, and it's true, you should do that. And I did that, like, pretty well for, like, when we moved. There's some stuff like, fuck it, like, just throw it out. But I still have a box of old cables that I'm like, one day I'm going to need one of these. Sure as shit, I did need one, but...
I think we are allowed one, and then in parentheses, the numeral 1 box of cables.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you never know when that box of cables is coming out, because I had to dig out a coax cable for my PS1 when we moved to the new house, and I couldn't find it anywhere, and I just happened to have an old cable that was in the box that I spliced together to make my PS1 work. So, like, you know, you need one box of cables.
Yeah, because people are going to be like, yeah, well, do you have a double quarter-inch phono cable to 1/8 inch for my synthesizer input? Yeah, of course I do. It's in my box of cables.
Yeah, it's in my box of cables. You never know.
I had to give up the USB-C for this.
Yeah. That one went with the drawer, but I kept the box, goddammit. Oh my god in heaven. Yeah, that's... If anyone that doesn't have a box of cables in their house, I don't trust that person, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you're lying, to be honest.
Yeah, like, that person is too tidy for me to, like, want to live and deal with. What is going on?
Drawer, no box of cables, get out.
Yeah, for real.
No truth.
Yeah, there's no truth in your house. You're just a liar. A person that throws out things that easily can't be trusted. Oh, man. Alright, so let's bring it back to fighting games just for a little bit. You've been, for the most part, yeah, I know you got heavily involved with, like, Street Fighter and stuff. That's what got you into, like, the competitive scene. But recently you've been playing more anime fighters. Is that right? I feel like I remember that's right.
Yeah, so Street Fighter 4 came and went, and my Street Fighter 4 history was not very good. I was definitely, like, someone who tried to play Dan and, like, be like, oh, if I lose because I'm playing Dan, and if I win, oh, you got beat by the Dan player. And, you know, it's not a great gimmick, but I do remember giving it to the local top player, my buddy Ron, at the time. He was playing Vanilla Sagat, and I gave it to him for one game, but then I got bodied. we still bring it up. We still laugh about it. It's all good. But, yeah, I played a lot of Blaze Blue, Continuum Shift, Calamity Trigger. Those are backwards, but regardless, I played a lot of Continuum Shift. A couple friends of mine were, like, super, super amazing good. So, like, even just keeping up with them for, like, little bits of time was, like, incredible. But they're much better than me, and they're kind of just out of the game. So it's, you know, it happens. Sometimes the skills don't always pass on.
Yeah.
But I do really enjoy the Arc System Works anime games. I played a lot of GG Exerd. I played a lot of Persona 4 Arena, and not so much of 2, but still tried to play it a little bit. Played some Under Night, played some Unist. Yeah, anime games have sort of been like a game that I return to try to improve myself, because it's not something I grew up playing. This is actually something funny. I was talking to Marianne Abbott about how I have to use like 110% of my brain to play anime games, but like Street Fighter Neutral and Street Fighter like buttons and stuff like that are pretty easy for me. And he was saying that he's the complete opposite, where he has to like think 110% about Street Fighter, but anime Neutral is just like super easy. Set play kind of stuff super easy.
Oh my god, I wish anime fucking came as easy as it does that guy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for real. I have no idea what's going on. You got air footsies, you got all this stuff, but like it's all really cool. Yeah. And I see other people put it together, and like the moments where like I make it all happen are very cool enough for me to keep playing.
Yeah, that's shout out to Eunice for like having auto steer combos for my dumbass. But like,
that's pretty fun.
When I can like manually pull off those combos that like I learned from auto steer, because like that's how I learned those, was like, all right, this is what auto steer does. And I know what all these moves look like individually, so now I just have to like put them together.
Yeah, put the buttons together.
Yeah, and like once I got that down, I was like, oh shit! Like I obviously the king right now, and then that lasted for all of like 2 seconds before I hopped online. But no, Eunice is mad fun. Anime games are mad fun. I wish I was better at them. Which the one that I'm really looking forward to this year is Grand Blue. GBVS, and I'll be picking that one up, and I'm really, really gonna like practice that the same way that I practice Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's going to be my main squeeze for sure. I played the Grand Blue mobile game on and off, like as a seasonal player, just rolling when they give out free shit. I got my account from like Otashi or something, and so it came with a couple decent characters already, and I've been rolling people and looking at their side stories and mashing through the story modes like that. But it turns out I have most of the cast as like their SSR characters in the game, so I've been making teams that use them and like getting to know them quote unquote better. And now I'm like, wow, I love this game. These characters are really cool, and a lot of like these super skybound supers and stuff like that, they all look like they're charge attacks from the mobile game, which is pretty neat. They have skills that kind of correspond and relate to each other. It seems like for Grand Blue fans, a super fun game, and for fighting game fans, probably a super fun game. And so you mix the two together, it's like, whoa, oh, hell yeah! Like this might have like good story mode content.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it. Vasaraga?
Mm-hmm.
Is that? Am I saying it right? Do I sound like
Vasaraga?
Okay, Vasaraga. That's the one I'm looking forward to. That's the one everyone's like, you're gonna fucking love him. Like he plays like Abigail.
Pantera walk.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm very excited for it. And like, as long as the story mode isn't like, goddamn, was it Blaze Blue that had like, it was pretty much just like you're reading a novel the entire time, and then like a fight would happen every half hour between reading pages. As long as it's not like that, like I'll get down with it.
Yeah, I think there's some sort of like action RPG kind of mode.
Oh,
which like
shit.
That could be kind of fun.
All right, well now I'm all the way in. God damn it! I had no idea.
Yeah.
All right, so recently, like, when I get really into something, not really into something, like, when I have interest in it, like a movie or a game or anything like that, I don't watch any trailers, I don't read up on anything. I Good just, thought. Like, when it comes out, like, that's when I will learn everything.
You know it, you know you want it, so...
Yeah.
You're gonna get it.
Oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? You only get that interaction with the game one time, you know, like, the very first time that something happens. That's the only time you'll ever have that. And so, like, if I were to see something in a trailer, and, like, all of a sudden it happens in the game, I'm like, oh, like, I've seen this before. And it kind of, like, cheapens it, right? So, I've really taken to, like, no trailers, no articles, no nothing. As far as, like, games go and movies. And it has really helped. For something like The Outer Worlds, I thought The Outer Worlds was, like, a top-down, like, tactical RPG. And then, like, I played it, and it's this, like, first-person shooter with 1,000 side quests, and I was like, oh, didn't know what this was.
It's Fallout Space.
Yeah, probably one of my favorite games of last year, all of a sudden. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah, I like that effect.
So, yeah, Grand Blue. I didn't even know that there was a fucking action RPG story mode. So, all the way in. I'm so excited now. I'm way more excited than I was.
It's like a little 2D side-scroller kind of deal. Like I won't call it Dragon's Crown because that's a game to live up to.
That is certainly a game. I've only ever seen, like, concept art and, like, game art for Dragon's Crown. So...
Oh, buddy. There are people in the fighting game community who have some words about that game. That game's real fun.
Really? Alright. There might be one that to tackle in the future then. Because I've only ever heard, like, it's good, or, like, it's really horny.
Those are both correct statements.
Perfect. I can't wait to fucking play it. I'm very excited.
I can't wait to play for Pokemon Battle.
Well, that is... Alright, sorry guys. Special surprise guest, my daughter decided to pop in behind me. Hello, do you want to say hi to everyone?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and say it.
Hi, everybody.
You want to say hi to Jarv?
Hi, Jarv.
Hey.
Alright, do you got a question or are you going to go?
I got a question.
Alright, ask your question. You get one. Now you're just staring at the microphone. You got to say something. We can't have dead air. Do you want to ask what his favorite Pokemon is?
Hey, what's your favorite Pokemon?
There it is.
Oh, dang. Probably Blastoise, because I picked Squirtle as a kid, and I loved my Blastoise.
Oh, hell yeah. Squirtle Gang. That's the way to go.
Squirtle Gang.
Dog. Blastoise is the best. There you go, Opal. His favorite's Blastoise. Alright. Head out of here now. Daddy's got to finish an interview.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, my daughter Opal.
That's awesome.
she's done that twice in a row now. She was so good the first half of the week, and now she's just like, whoa, Dad, forget the real star of the show here, me.
Yes, week starring me.
Yeah, exactly. But no, looking forward to Grand Blue and like the future of anime games. The future looks really good. We have Uniclear coming out, Grand Blue, Guilty Gear 2020. Of those three, what one do you think you guys are going to put the most time into?
I will put the most time probably into Grand Blue because I come to it with like an intimate knowledge of characters already and having some hype already. A little soured on Strive, mostly because of how a lot of other people got like extremely vocal about it, and I don't know, it just kind of isn't fun. Like, I get that people are allowed to be upset because I'm allowed to be upset about things, but it just kind of feels like this is a cool, exciting game that I'm trying to watch, and like someone needs to make like a cheap comment about it every time. I actually think that Strive looks pretty cool. I bet you a lot of the old GG heads who do put time into it will fuck me up. You know, like, it's not going to be a game that like just because like I'm a dumbass with a PlayStation 4 controller, I can roll my face on the buttons. I can start beating up Ogawa and shit like that. It's not gonna happen.
You never know. Like, don't doubt yourself, Jarv. Look,
no, we're gonna see this Faust trailer, and Faust looks like some sort of like weird, sexy cryptid. I don't know. He's got a lot going on in that little preview clip, so I'm excited for the trailer. Faust is my dude for sure. If Venom doesn't get in, but I don't know. I tried to play Venom for like a couple years, and it wasn't so great. So I went back to Faust, who I kind of learned the game with, and I did a little bit better with him. I started going like 1 and 2 instead of like 0 and 2.
Perfect. Hey, look, that's a like 150% improvement.
That is actually.
Well, hopefully he makes it in the game. My stupid lizard brain is gonna be playing Potemkin.
Oh yes.
But,
Society.
Yeah, I have to. Like, there's no way. Like, he's a big boy grappler. Unless they put like not better, but like other big boy grapplers in the game. Like Potemkin's my boy all the way.
Yeah.
But moving around stuff like with not moving around. That's not the proper word. The weird hate that you mentioned for Strive and like not hate but like vocal like pushback against the game is so weird, and I really feel you like. Have wanted to watch a game and like the constant negativity of like this game's trash, blah blah blah. Like this game isn't like what we wanted, brother. I've been feeling you for 4 years with Street Fighter V. I know the pain that you're going through.
Well, and I still dog on that game, but guess what? I just picked up Falk, and my Falk is nice. Orb gang, baby.
Oh, listen, that orb is so fucking dope. And I can't even blame you for dogging on the game. Like I get it. Like it's not for everyone.
Listen, I'm a day one Fong main. I am allowed to say shit about this game.
Yeah, you are 100. You are very entitled to talk shit about the game. Like I get it. From day one, they gave you no options.
It was nothing. They just gave me nothing.
They said press buttons, white boy, press them buttons, and then that's all you could do. Oh.
I tried to do V skill, and then Nikali just like dashes through it and just doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm poisoned for like a second. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Eat this shit.
Oh my god, to fucking tell me about it. Like, that's... Oh, Nikali's the worst with that shit. Like, alright, I'm gonna set something up. Bitch, you thought, like, fucking ground pound. Ah! Alright, well, I guess. My turn's over. Oh, god. Yeah, no, you're allowed to talk shit. I get it. But, goddamn, what was I gonna say? I'm so lost now. I'm so lost in fucking everything. That's what I was saying. Falk's orb. That orb is like one of the coolest V skills that they've added to the game.
Yes.
It like creates just like this living trap that has no like hitbox on it until she activates it, or like I think it's like 80 frames or whatever goes away, and then it just explodes on its own. But that thing is a real game changer. As far as like her spacing and positioning, that thing's awesome. I really enjoy that.
So you can hit it with the V-Trigger 2 little hop overhead. You turn that like +3 overhead into something fierce.
All right. First of all, I'm gonna talk some shit about that because the fact that overhead is +3 makes me crazy. Like I hate having to hold that pressure. Like that shit makes me nuts. But hey, why don't you back up from the microphone? Why are these weird sounds you're making all of a sudden? What is happening? You okay? Yeah, just get out of here. So But like my only real way of like getting through that overhead is now like whenever Falk pops V Trigger 2, with Abigail, I sit there and I wait and I wait and I wait and I block, and as soon as I see her hop in the goddamn air, I hit the parry button like immediately because I know that fucking the overhead's coming. Like I know that overhead's coming, so I just sit and I wait, and that's the only way I can deal with it. But then much smarter players, like after I hit them with it the first time, they're like, well, now I'm just gonna neutral jump with nothing, and then I parry, and then they land. And then, like, I just have to sit there like an idiot as I get crush countered and beat up. But yeah,
watch yourself take a jump forward into the jump to MK, the little straight down dive kick on counter hit that leads to she like jumps up and gets jump fierce.
Oh my god,
it's a brutal combo.
It is. Falk has. It's so weird because her damage output, like from far away, just like chips at you. And the moment you get in, you're like, all right, I'm good. Or when she gets in, you're like, I can push her out and be fine. The moment she gets in, like, she deals fucking damage, man. Like, she really fucks you up.
Yeah, she's really cool.
For, like, one bar. SBK, don't worry. You missed, like, some of it. But it's okay. We're still going.
Oh, yeah. We're still here. Yeah.
Listen, you can't kill us now. Like, brothers till the end, baby.
Speak forever.
I could. With you, buddy, I could speak forever. But look, SBK, you're just in time because we're about to open it up to the chat questions. If anyone has questions for Jarv that they want to throw out, please feel free. Anything you want to ask, anything on your mind, put it in the chat and we'll get to it. While I ask Jarv these last set of questions. First, Jarv, your favorite story from the FGC. I have to hear it.
Okay, so I have a picture for this story, if you could put it on your stream.
Absolutely.
This is a picture. It came from CEO Taku 2018. It's in the main photo album. I don't know who took it. I'm sure. Oh, it actually says finance. All right, cool. So these are a bunch of my friends. The dude with his hand in the air, who's playing, is my friend Drew. He's from Tallahassee. He is playing. I think the dude's name is Salt Kills Demons. So it's Sin versus Faust. Salt does the you know Faust Super where he does the concho and you have to play the little cup and ball game.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So he did that, and Drew has been watching these cups, and he hits the right cup, and he gets the angel, and this is the moment he gets the angel. So we are all. I am like dropping my Drew banner a little bit in amazement. Drew is also a line sticker. If you use line and you download all the sticker packs or whatever, and you write the word Drew as in the past tense of draw, that guy comes up, and he looks exactly like the actual Drew. So Jay is like, bro, I'm bringing to CEO Taku this giant banner of the Drew sticker with the 4 little ones in the side, and it is just too much. Drew has it, so we bring it to events now, and I hang it. We all go, Drew.
Oh, man, that's awesome. I'm so happy that you had the sign with you like the whole time, like even like just in pools, like that.
Oh yeah, anytime he was playing, we had that shit.
Oh man, that's awesome. Holy shit.
Here's the thing. Sometimes, and I don't know why, when you hit the angel anyways on the game, the cup, it turns into a devil. Sometimes there's a chance. And that happened right after this. And so Sin ends up taking the damage, and Drew is mentally guard broken. And unfortunately, loses the game and the set.
Oh, it was such a happy story until the end.
I know.
The twist ending.
I almost didn't want to say it, but like, you know, Drew says that it like killed his Guilty Gear career. It didn't, but like he plays BB Tag and stuff now, and he made top 8 and he made 5th at Climax and Night rerun for BB Tag. So I don't say he's a bad player in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, no. Shout outs to fucking Drew. Congratulations, like 5th place at that tournament, which is like heavily focused on strictly anime games. Absolutely. Congratulations, Drew. I'm sorry about the M. Night Twist fucking Shyamalan ending to that story.
I know, it's such a happy photo, but I'm so happy that this photo exists.
I'm so happy that like
And almost everyone around, seriously, I spot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other people that I know from like the Jacksonville, Tallahassee fighting game scene together. Like we are all here in support for our boys, the Jacksonville Savage base over in Jacksonville. We got love for the Gainesville community for a long time. A big part of Yace was like me going to meet up with Morgan and like the Jacksonville folks coming in and us playing Guilty Gear Revelator or Guilty Gear Sign and just grinding it out for like hours and hours and hours. So like the North Florida anime community is probably the tightest community, the coolest community, the most like inclusive community that I've met. Like just people being real with each other. You know, things happened. You know, our friends. You know, in this friend group, sometimes people, you know, need money for shit, or they got robbed, or you know, things happen. We all just kind of like help out each other, and it feels more like a not just like, oh, we play games with each other. It's like a real friend group. It's like a real like, you know, family in a way.
It's
awesome. A real good group of folks.
Hey, well, fucking shout outs to the Florida scene, and shout outs to you, because I know you're definitely glue in every situation that holds people together. That's fucking dope, man.
Appreciate that. A lot of people think that Florida is like just Miami or just South Florida when it comes to anime and it comes to a lot of games, and like that can be true, but I mean Jacksonville and the North Florida Panhandle does have killers. They do exist.
I mean, we saw at like Combo Breaker last year, they had the Florida versus Texas event for Mortal Kombat 11, and Florida showed up and showed out, man.
Yeah, for, like NRS in Florida is gigantic for some reason. Like, shout out to all y'all. I am not the murder killer I used to be.
Well, don't worry, they're picking up your slack, Jarv. No big deal. So from the chat, Dadman wants to know, what kind of advice would you give someone going to their first monthly?
Their first monthly? Is it a... I guess what I would do is go, and if you're competing, just try to have some fun, and like don't worry about placement or anything, and try to like just introduce yourself to people, and I guess if you can introduce yourself to TO as well, that can sometimes help. I mean, not whenever they're super busy, but just like getting to know the people behind the scenes and the players can kind of help ingratiate yourself and become more than just like a guy who shows up to the event, but like someone that they know, and someone that, you know, you can build rapport with and trust and have a fun time with.
Yeah, be like me. Force yourself upon people.
Not quite like that, but
I mean, you know, not sexually, but like, you know, interject yourself into conversations. No, but no, definitely go make a presence. Yeah, like don't be the
like
guy
a
that
cool, respectful, like fun way. Like don't find a gimmick, and don't like, you know, be overly salty, or don't be like a big loud whiner.
Yeah,
and probably also don't be like a big memer. But
yeah, yeah.
Some people are big on memes. I'm not so much. I don't know.
Yeah, no. That's again twins, baby. We're the same person. No, like I guess you should elaborate. Like when you show up, like don't be the guy that stands in the corner. Like don't be afraid to ask questions. Like don't be afraid to ask for sets.
Don't be me, because I am still to this day someone who like cannot like ask like, hey, can I get downs? Like that's something that I learned from Tallahassee. We call getting like down on the sticks getting downs. I know that could sound a little insensitive, but that's kind of just how I learned it. You know, when you're trying to get, you know, put your quarter up on the sticks, don't be like me and just like hope that people will like ask if you want to play, because they never do. You just got to be like, hey, can I play? And then when they say yes, introduce yourself and, you know, talk a little bit, and see if they're the kind of person who wouldn't mind talking a little bit between rounds to talk about something that you don't know or something that you don't understand. A lot of people like to hear themselves talk. A lot of people like to hear themselves give advice. Don't blindly accept it all, because a lot of people give really bad advice. A lot of good players don't know how to give good advice. So if you hear advice from people, just take it all in stride and try to distill it down to what you actually believe and what actually gets tested in the lab and in real results.
Yeah, that's a very big one. You can get advice from someone. Always take every bit of advice you get with a grain of salt, and compare it to other advice that you get from people, and like try to find the middle grounds between those. Taking everything to heart, like this is 100% the truth, will lead you down a bad path of like expectations and assumptions for your gameplay and others. So yeah, take a little bit of advice from everyone. But like Jarv said, find what you feel to be true, like how you play. But definitely make sure to get sets in, and yeah, like don't be afraid. Like can I get next is a big fucking deal, especially if you're playing casuals. Can I get next or like, yeah, don't be the guy that shows up, goes 0-2, and then just leaves. Because
just dips.
Yeah, like stick around, ask questions.
Especially if you can find someone else who's like sort of in the same boat, or like maybe they're trying to boot up training mode to just sit there and do nothing. Because trust me, we've all gone to a tournament or an event and been the guy that boots up training mode.
Oh yeah.
If you find someone like that, even if it's like a game that you don't know or whatever, you can just sit down and talk to them while they're in training mode if they're up to that. That would be more preferable than like I'm just gonna putz around and do nothing, because I've done that plenty of times because I've been in my own head way too much, thinking like, oh, no one's gonna like you, or oh, this and that. Turns out largely people don't really care, and I don't mean that in like a mean way, but like people are the protagonists of their own lives, and like they've got a whole show going up in their brain.
Yeah.
So when I say people don't care, it's like in a good way. Like they're not negatively judging you.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're really not. They don't give a shit about you. But it's not that they don't give a shit about you. They just don't give a shit about you. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
Oh shit. So yeah, if y'all have any more questions, don't be afraid to ask us, because Jarv is a wealth of information, knowledge, and good looks, and he will give them all out to you for free. So I have to put this out to you now, Jarv. Last question from me. This is your opportunity. Anything that's on your mind, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to get off your chest. This is your soapbox. This is your platform to speak it, to say whatever you want. So I will throw it to you.
It's been really cool seeing the like overall attitude towards Yace of like what we're trying to do, and just like specifically with like the shirt designs. I think it's really cool that people are like buying things that we make. That's a little wild to me, but it's very cool to see people like very enthusiastically want to buy something that you made. So that's really cool. Shout out to everyone who's ever bought anything from us, or bought from the sticker drives or the donations, all that kind of stuff. I think, yeah, I don't know what the next tournament I'm going to is, because again, buying this house, so I think the next tournament I'm probably going to go to is like CEO Taku. So hopefully I'll see y'all at CEO Taku. I should be okay financially by then to go to tournaments, and it's in Florida, so should be easy to get to. I know a lot of y'all anime heads go to CEO Taku, so you can come see me. Hopefully in Strive or something, but definitely in Grand Blue. I probably won't play Uniclear just because I really want to play Grand Blue, and honestly, Unis is really fun, but it's just sometimes I feel very pressured going up against people who've been playing for like a long time. So I'd rather start fresh with Grand Blue and with characters that I have more of a familiarity with and stuff.
Yeah, but definitely.
That's sort of like my year looking ahead for fighting games. Just like I'm gonna play some Grand Blue, I'm gonna play some Strive, I'm gonna keep playing some Street Fighter 5, and like any other kind of thing. So here's another thing: the Yace Discord, usually about this time, on Thursdays, we've been testing out like what if we just like streamed a Street Fighter 5 lobby, just did like a little first to two Street Fighter 5 lobby with people who are just in the Discord. So if y'all want to come out and play some games, we don't have to play Street Fighter 5. We play a lot of ST and Third Strike and stuff like that. There's sort of an ongoing meme about all of us playing Denjin Ryu, which we all do, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
You fuckers.
It's like a rite of initiation. I mean, look, I don't like main Denjin. We all know how to turn that better.
I mean, everyone knows Denjin. Like, everyone knows Ryu because, like, it's fucking Ryu. Like, everyone knows Ryu. But also, I fucking hate Ryu of all shapes and sizes. So, like...
No, I got...
Oh, you need to chill out, first of all. Oh, you know what? I don't even know what that game is. You can carry that disc with you all you want. Don't stick it in there, though. Don't be putting Wii games in the Xbox. Sorry, y'all. No. But no, man. Best of luck to you with the anime games. I'll be seeing you in Grand Blue. Again, Ryu fucking sucks. I hate Ryu so much. They're so boring. Such a milquetoast character. I can't stand him. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, everyone. I know everyone loves.
We get to spin the sticks and we get to stun each other. Like that's kind of the whole thing.
Yeah.
We do a lot of donkey kicks too. I don't know.
All right, so that might be the best move that Ryu has. Like outside of like Hadouken and Shuri, you can like the fucking donkey kick, man. That thing is awesome. Like that thing looks cool. That's the only props that I'll give to Ryu. But yeah, if y'all want to play on the Yace Discord, I will throw a link to the Yace Discord if it's okay with Jarv in the show notes.
If you go to yace.world, you can go to the Yace Discord. It's also where we have the shop, where we've got links to the Twitch stream. We've got a Twitch stream that's supposed to auto-host any of us when we go live. That hasn't worked consistently. So I'll blame Twitch on that one. But yeah, we have, different games that we're all trying to stream. I think Rhett is doing like a Let's Play of like original Phantasy Star Online with his little dude, little e-boy. We obviously are streaming fighting games. And sometimes I think Lamo wants to start streaming some like how to do the Mario Kaizo super hard ROM hack stuff.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
He found some ROM hack that's like, this is like a step-by-step process of like how to do all these like hard falls and like shell jumps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he was streaming that a little bit just for like the Discord. We do a lot of just like Discord go live streaming because honestly sometimes too like I can't be asked to do the whole Twitch setup and OBS and everything. I'm just like, okay, let me just go through here so we can show a friend something.
Right.
But we do want to do a little more Twitch to have a little more, even if we just get like 3 viewers, it's fun.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
other people in the room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fuck it, it'd be fine. I think Grand Pooh Bear made that ROM hack for the like Super Mario with Kaizo Mario, and he does a really good job of explaining like everything that you need to know. Yeah, and does like a very good job. So yeah, everyone go play that too. By the way, learn Hard Mario. Hard Mario is the best Mario. You'll never feel more gratified until you like footstool a Koopa that you didn't know was possible to create like a little bit of extra jump to fit a bomb into a space you didn't know you could fit a bomb into. It's good fucking times.
It looks really cool. It looks a little out of my league, but I guess that's why they have to learn to play hack. So.
Well, look, don't let your dreams be memes, Jarv. Get out there and fucking do the thing. I believe in you.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to do the strongman thing, and I'll do the strong Mario thing.
Oh hell yeah! All right, you heard it here, folks. We'll see Jarv in a strongman competition by the end of the year. All right, Jarv. If people want to find you on the internet, where can they find you, my brother?
You can find me at twitter.com/Jarvdawg. DAWG.
D.
I'm a dog.
Yeah. Oh, he sure is. He's a handsome dog. That one. If you want to find me on the internet, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Sriracha Flash. SRIRACHAFLASH. Go to yace.world for all your Yace accessory needs and finding the Discord. That'll be in the little show notes below. Yeah, use the command show page in the little chat here to bring up all the previous episodes of the show. And with that being said, I think that will do it for us tonight. Thank you for joining us, and y'all have yourselves a wonderful night.